Welcome back, everyone. I'm Bree.
I'm Mike.
And welcome to Fractured Compass. We are going to get into some more news, and let's just recap of what we went over last week, just really quick. We talked about Ghoul's Day Out, happening March 19th. What else did we talk about?
Midsummer Scream, just a little bit.
Just a tiny bit.
Spooky Swap Meet.
Yes.
And, gosh, what did we talk about last week?
I don't know. It was just like so much.
Watch the video.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Watch that video. Those events are not to be missed. I know we had talked about a little bit. Midsummer Scream was going to have its own video because that's just going to be a huge thing.
Yes.
So let's talk a little bit. They kind of added something to their social media this week. Okay, but it's not the biggest thing that happened this week. It's not the biggest thing that happened this week.
Is it?
It's not. It's not.
What?
Something very exciting happened. But anyways.
I don't even know. What's going on?
No, you do know.
Oh, okay, I do.
You probably do. You do. But Midsummer Scream decided that they were going to put onto their social media that they're going to be adding a museum of Halloween.
Oh, yes.
Okay, and it'll be included in the ticket price, July 29th through the 31st. And it's just going to be like a tribute to the day, to Halloween, to the day. So I think they're going to have vintage Halloween things like those 1920s, 1930s cats that I love so much.
Love it.
Yes. And a lot of other things. So stay tuned for that because I really, really want to get, as soon as they give out more information on that event, I really want to get Rick West back in here again. If you're watching, I don't know.
Definitely.
And maybe some other people. But anyways, get them back in here and start talking about all that entertainment that's going to be going on because it's going to be...
Yeah, Midsummer Scream, and it's going back to Long Beach.
Yes.
Which is a way bigger area than the Pasadena Convention Center.
Yeah, it had to.
And so there's a lot of more space to occupy. So I'm kind of excited to see all these announcements rolling out this early in the year. I mean, I guess it's not that early. It's March tomorrow.
It is.
So,
wow.
Yeah, I guess now's the time for announcements to happen. But now shifting gears to kind of a semi-exciting announcement that happened was with Halloween Horror Nights. So on social media...
Yeah. We're going big. We just went straight to it.
Yeah, we might as well. We just segued right into it because that's why you guys are here.
That's right.
So Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios Hollywood has started construction in the backlot. Well, I say backlot. We'll talk about that a little bit.
Yeah.
But they have started pitching up the tent. I think the tent's actually already up. They're doing construction.
It doesn't look like there's much underneath. Maybe some framework. Maybe ground framework. But it's there.
And it's right behind the Curious George parking lot.
Yeah, where
Haunting
Hill House and Curse of Pandora was last year. So obviously we're going to be using that area again, which is smart to them. How did we get through there? Was that the one where we had to go through Harry Potter?
Yep.
Okay, so the fact that they're using that back area again and we have to go through Harry Potter is going to lead me to believe that Harry Potter's going to be open again.
Absolutely, I think so.
And I loved going through there at night, and I really, really wish that they would add more life to that area because it was just open last year.
But that was still a big deal that it was open.
No, it was, but it was just open, but there was not really a lot of life to it. It was just a pass-through. It really was just a pass-through.
Right. Now, it would be cool if they do something like they do on Islands of Adventure where they have Death Eaters roaming. That would be something interesting. But, But yeah, very exciting, and I also like that area because it's very convenient to speculate and film those tents from the Curious George parking lot. So, super exciting stuff. We're already going to start speculating. We'll go there, we'll kind of make some predictions, but I already have a prediction. We might want to save this for a video, or should I just say it?
Just do it.
Just do it. I want them to do a Fear Street haunted house, and it can go through all 3 years, or all 3, decades, should I say.
Okay.
I think that would be great because they've already done Netflix properties before, and now all you guys doubted me. You doubted me when I was like, Haunting of Hill House Maze, Haunting of Hill House Maze, Haunting of Hill House Maze, and they did it. So now I think Fear Street is going to be up next, if not this year, next year, because it was very popular, very well received, and it transited really well to a haunted house that we did in West Hollywood.
Okay.
What do you think?
I'm gonna put this out here. Beetlejuice
Beetlejuice
this year.
That's a safe choice
for us. It is a safe choice, but choice. The choice that I wanted last year.
I know, we wanted a Beetlejuice maze so badly, and obviously they got it in Orlando.
I did not get it. I was hoping it wasn't here, and we got stuck with Exorcist, which would have been a perfect place for the Beetlejuice maze.
Do you know that they're making a series of Exorcist movies? Universal is pretty... Yeah. We're gonna watch this.
No, I'm not. Anyways.
So, yeah.
I want the Beetlejuice. I know it's a safe choice. We want to hear what you guys think is going into Halloween Horror Nights this year. So put that down in the comments below, and we'll talk about them next week or on that video. But I want to know.
And here's my biggest question that I have about this.
Because I don't want them to bring back anything. Okay, I'm used to other theme parks. They bring back certain mazes. They update it a bit. They bring in new mazes. But Halloween Horror Nights has this reputation of not using mazes over and over again, and I don't mind that. Like Curse of Pandora was great. It was fine to bring it back.
It was a product of COVID-19
No,
times.
I understand that. I know we talked about that in the video. But y'all had your event last year. So...
Y'all.
My
biggest question is, I want to know, are they going to add more mazes? Are they just going to make those two, like, its own thing behind Carey's Church parking lot? And are they going to add some near the tram area? Because we got 2 mazes back there. I don't know. I'm curious to see.
But what we know for sure is that black tent is up. It is right where Haunting of Hill House was last year. So that's where we're going to see things. I'm going to let you want Fear Street. I want Beetlejuice. I'm going to tell you right now, they're probably going to put in a Halloween maze.
Well, it makes sense. I mean, they own the Halloween rights to the new trilogy. So if they do a Halloween Kills maze, as long as it's a new maze and it's not like just the same sets, then yeah, I mean, I'm down. There are some really effective kills and some really cool set pieces in Halloween Kills.
Yeah, honestly, like, I was quite surprised where there were certain things that actually I was, like, taken by surprise.
You watch Halloween Kills?
No. Bree doesn't watch horror movies. But when we walked through that maze, there were moments where I was like, sweet baby Jesus. Like, that was scary.
Yeah.
Like, when you walked through and you saw him lift that head up, I was all... Ugh.
You think that's gnarly? You should watch Halloween Kills, even though I know you won't, because there's some pretty creative Michael kills in that one. He literally takes a fluorescent light bulb, smashes it in half, and then stabs someone in the neck with it.
Okay.
It doesn't get more creative than that.
Moving on from that. No.
Okay. So next up, on a more lighter note, we're going to be talking about Knott's Berry Farm, and they're doing the Boysenberry Festival.
Yes, so the Boysenberry Festival is going to be running from March 18th all the way through April 24th. A tasting card is going to be $50, and I was kind of looking at it. Now, unpopular opinion from me. Sometimes I get a little nervous about Boysenberry being used in every single thing, and I know it's the Boysenberry Festival, and
no,
I know
but I get you.
This is like, you know, like the secret ingredient for Iron Chef, Boysenberry, and it's got to be in everything, and that's the whole point of it. But sometimes I get a little gun shy about it having Boysenberry.
Well, there have definitely been a ton of hits on this menu, and there's definitely been some misses, and those misses, they crashed hard with us.
They did.
I remember there was like a burger. There was like a Boysenberry. It was like
Was the bun like Boysenberry?
I forgot. I just remember after we watched the video. I just remember it being like absolutely not.
Remember the Boysenberry quesadilla? That was a miss on it.
But use your brain. Use your brain. If you look at something and you go, I don't know if those are gonna mix well. Go with your gut, because sometimes they don't mix well. However, there are some shining wins at this festival that are worth the price alone.
It's true. So some of the things like that I marked down is like the all beef meatballs with the Boysenberry barbecue sauce. The Boysenberry barbecue sauce.
So good.
So good.
Yes.
You could, on everything. Okay. And then it's got mashers underneath it, which I'm just gonna assume that's mashed potatoes. So.
Bangers and mash.
Yeah, big bangers and mash. Now the one thing that never misses with Boysenberry is their desserts.
Their desserts never miss.
Are never miss.
Even if you just get like a regular Boysenberry pie.
Yeah. No, it's amazing.
So good.
So obviously I want to try the Boysenberry mousse chocolate cake.
You didn't like the boysenberry lemonade with basil?
No, and it wasn't the boysenberry lemonade that was getting me. It was the basil. Okay, did we go last year? We went last year together, right? Like we went separate and then we went together. We go together, and I'm like, boysenberry lemonade, and I was like, can we get it without the basil? Like, don't put the basil leaf in it. And the guy's like, yeah, no problem, because they're super nice over there. And so he did, but when I got the drink, I didn't realize it was basically already infused. Like the basil's already infused in the drink. The basil leaves were just adding a kick to it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no, it tastes like basil. And you loved it. You were like, it's growing on me.
I hated it at first, and then the more I drank it, I was like, delicious.
Yeah, and I was just like, oh my god, because I was just looking forward to like boysenberry lemonade. Like I feel like that would just be should be a thing.
Can I just say something? And this doesn't even have to do with the Boysenberry Festival. It actually has to do with the Food and Wine Festival that we'll talk about next. Mm-hmm. Their watermelon lemonade is to die for.
And I don't like watermelon.
You heard it here, folks. The breakup of Fraction Compass.
It was right there. That's where it happened.
That's where it happened.
Over watermelon.
But no, I see that you marked here chicken dumplings in a boysenberry wonton and rice pilaf with a teriyaki dipping. Hello, Jackie.
Chicken dumpling.
Come in.
No, I have to do stuff. Love you, bye.
Chicken a dumpling. You think that would be good, huh?
I'm gonna try it. I don't mind boysenberry because I'm gonna assume that the dumpling around it, or the wonton around it, is probably gonna be purple. Okay. Because it's gonna have the boysenberry, but then you're just gonna have the chicken inside of it.
Okay.
Right? So with a rice pilaf and with a teriyaki dipping sauce, which you can't really go wrong with teriyaki sauce if you like teriyaki. So
never say never.
I know. I'm gonna try that. I think it might be good.
Ooh, deconstructed lemonade with blackberries, loganberries, and red raspberries.
Okay.
Oh, and over here, boysenberry slushy mudslide.
Yeah, but it's alcoholic and
boysenberry and pomegranate smoothie.
I don't know about the pomegranate. I actually don't mind the boysenberry. It's the pomegranate that I'm like, eh. But again, they're making these items obviously for a very like diverse palate, because there's going to be so many people going, because it's extremely popular.
Well, so yeah, definitely go check out the Boysenberry Festival. I think it's when Knott, that's like the second best thing for me for Knott's. Obviously, Scary Farm is the first. Mm-hmm. Third is Knott's Merry Farm. But yeah, go check out the Boysenberry Festival. It's going to be a good time. And speaking of foods, while we're here, we might as well... Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
And then speaking of food, since we're already talking about it, DCA is doing their Food and Wine Festival starting from March 4th all the way till April 26th.
Correct.
That is also a good time. A lot of interesting foods. I will say that for me personally, I think that DCA has less misses than hits, but it's also way busier and less, what's the word? Less efficient at getting people food. Like when you're at Knott's, I feel like it's pretty go.
And you can tell, I think, that they have realized what the more popular items are for the Boysenberry Festival, and that way you can find them at 3 different places instead of just one place. Because I remember a couple years ago when they had like the Taste of Fall or stuff like that, something was only at one cart and it was like a 45-minute line to get it, you know? Right. So now they're breaking that up, which I think is a very smart idea.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
But it can, we're at Disney's California Adventure, we have also seen footage and pictures from...
And experience.
Yeah, and experienced ourselves from the more like Disney centralized YouTube channels, where they're like yeah, this was the 45-minute line for the Chinese. Oh my god, I cannot talk today.
It's okay, but we get you.
Yeah. You know, there are 45-minute lines for some of the festivals for like one dish.
Yeah.
That they go, because you can only get that dish.
And people are saying like, well, you can just mobile order, but true, you can mobile order, but then you still have to wait an hour or 45 minutes to get the food before you can even press. Like you have to wait that time still.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess you can save time by doing that, but you know, for me, I think that Food and Wine Festival, I like the quality of the food there a little bit more. However, I think it's a little more disorganized. It feels more chaotic to me. But I don't know. I mean, everything's kind of a blur.
No,
So-
you're right. You're right, because like they're probably only going to have about 6 or 7 booths
Yeah.
that is going to be serving food, versus like when we went to the Food and Wine Festival over at Epcot, who've been doing it a lot longer.
Booths everywhere.
There are like 30 booths, you know, and
Yeah.
for every single different area in the pavilion.
So go check out Food and Wine Festival. That'll also be a good time. But one last thing we want to talk about that we haven't really been to in a while, at least I think the last time I went was with you, is Reign of Terror. And they're doing something new, right? Like halfway to Halloween?
Well, it's their halfway to Halloween event. I think they've done this a couple times before. We've never been to the halfway. We've been to Reign of Terror.
and the Ho-Ho holiday one.
And
that was great.
so good. But we've never been to the halfway event, but it's only 2 nights. It's going to be April 22nd, April 23rd, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. That's it. Tickets are not on sale yet, so just keep checking their website, and we'll keep checking and put that up on the Instagram.
Yeah.
As soon as those do go on sale. It's a little bit of terror in between what's going on, you know.
And it is a very fun, like, 30-minute walkthrough. We've never been disappointed with Reign of Terror.
No, and I know I think it's in a different spot than it was to begin with, and I know there's no filming inside of it. I know, so a lot of you are kind of like, oh, what does it look like? Well, you gotta go.
Yeah, we can't film
You
it.
just gotta go. Unless I can like contact somebody and be like, can we just film like 2 minutes of it or something, you know, like, or a little thing.
Just get like a taste of it. But
Yeah.
we obviously respect that they don't want photos, flash photography in there. But yeah, just take our word for it. It's a fun time. If you love Knott, if you love Halloween Horror Nights, if you love anything spooky, go. So,
Yeah.
one other thing before we end this video, just to like see what you guys think, what you think. Do you think that SeaWorld is going to do another year of Halloween? Because I will say, Halloween was kind of the dark horse of 2021. It was good. There was room for improvement, but it wasn't terrible.
Right.
It was not bad at all. I would even consider going again. I will go again.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see if that's going to happen. But yeah, a lot of exciting things. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. It looks like 2022 is a go for all things spooky. And it's crazy that we're already getting announcements, but we're not that early in the year anymore. I mean, it's going to be March, so...
It's gonna be March. It's a coming. We are trekking through, and I was all like, wow, January 1st. Now it's March 1st.
Yeah.
You know, so let us know, guys, down in the comments below. Everything, you know, whatever your thoughts are on anything that we talked about. What do you think's coming to Horror Nights? Thank you so much for watching. Hit the like, subscribe if you haven't, and always be ready.
Because you never know where your compass will take you.
Bye, guys.